Hello students, welcome to Smart Study Guide by Ajay sir. This is new syllabus HSC Maharashtra State Board Standard 12 Science, subject Physics, lesson number 9 Current Electricity. Today we are solving exercise numericals based on current electricity. So today we are solving question number 10 to question number 14. So this is part 1 students. So let us solve question number 10. A battery of EMF 4 volt and internal resistance 1 ohm is connected in parallel with another battery of EMF 1 volt and internal resistance 1 ohm. With their like poles connected together, the combination is used to send current through external resistance of 2 ohm. Calculate the current through external resistance. So here two batteries are given. So first battery of EMF 4 volt and internal resistance 1 ohm, and second battery of EMF 1 volt and internal resistance 1 ohm. So these two batteries are connected in parallel, means like poles are connected to each other. So then this combination is called as parallel, and this combination is connected to the external resistance of 2 ohm. So let us first draw the circuit diagram. So these are the two batteries. So this is E1 and E2. So these are the two batteries, and R1 and R2 are the internal resistance of each. And so this connected, so these two batteries are connected parallel, means positive terminal is connected to positive and negative terminal is connected to negative. So then this combination is called as parallel combination, and this combination is connected to the external resistance. So this is R, that is external resistance. So this we connected to the external resistance, that is R, and we have to find what is the current through the external resistance. Is what is the current flowing through this external resistance. So that we have to find. Let us consider this is EMF, that is E1, or first battery of EMF E1, and current flowing to the first battery, let us call that is I1. So this is the current flowing to the first battery, and from the second battery the current which is flowing, that is I2. So this is the direction of current. Current travels from positive terminal to the negative terminal. So these are the directions of the current. So here also current starting from positive terminal and ends on negative terminal. At junction A, both the currents will meet. So therefore the sum of the current at point A, so that is I1 plus I2, current will come at point A, and the same current will flow through this arm. So therefore to this arm external resistance, current which is flowing, that is I1 plus I2. So this is the current flowing through the external resistance R. The same current will flow through this arm here. Again this current which is divided into two parts. The first part, the current which is flowing, that is I1, and second part, so this current will be flowing, that is I2. So this current, again it is dividing into two parts. I1 current will flowing to the internal resistance R1. I2 current will flow to the external resistance R2, internal resistance R2. So to find the value of current flowing to the external resistance, that is I1 plus I2, if you know the I1 and I2, so then we can easily find what is the current flowing to the resistance R. So to find the value of I1 and I2, so we have to apply Kirchhoff's law. So Kirchhoff's second law we have to apply. So before applying the Kirchhoff's law, let us write first given things. Given, so battery E1 of EMF 4 volt and internal resistance R1 which is 1 ohm. battery E2 of EMF 1 volt and R2 which is equal to 1 ohm. So that is given, and external resistance, that is R, which is equal to 2 ohm. So these are the given things. Now let us apply a Kirchhoff's second law. So we have to consider any loop. So let us consider this loop A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and A. So let us consider this down part loop. So let us apply the Kirchhoff second law to this loop. So applying Kirchhoff's second law to loop A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and A. Again come back to the A point. So let us apply Kirchhoff law here. So before applying Kirchhoff's second law, let us discuss what is Kirchhoff's second law. Kirchhoff's second law states that algebraic sum of potential difference and EMF across a loop is 0. The sum of potential difference across resistance or sum of potential difference and the EMF of a closed loop is equal to 0. So this is Kirchhoff's second law. It's also called as voltage law. So before applying the Kirchhoff's second law, first thing is important. So that is sign convention. The sign convention for the potential difference and sign convention for EMF. So suppose here now our case, so direction of tracing the loop is A, B, C, D, F, E, F, G, A. So this is the direction of tracing. Okay, and this is the direction of conventional current. If direction of tracing and direction of conventional current are same, then potential difference is negative. And in another case, when direction of tracing and direction of conventional current are opposite, so then this potential difference is positive. So these are the two sign conventions for potential difference, and similarly there are two sign conventions for EMF. While we are traveling or while we are tracing a loop from negative terminal to the positive terminal, so then EMF is considered as a positive. So always we have to consider second terminal. If second terminal is positive, then you have to consider EMF as a positive. While we are tracing from positive terminal to the negative terminal, so then EMF we say that it is negative. The second terminal is negative in this case, so then we consider as a negative. So these are the two sign conventions for EMF. So let us apply the Kirchhoff's second law to this loop. So therefore, while we are traveling or while we are tracing this loop from A, B, C, D, so this arm, the current which is I1 plus I2, so current will be I1 plus I2. So therefore the potential difference is I into R, that is IR. This is the potential difference. So direction of tracing and direction of conventional current are same, so therefore this is negative. So now same current will flowing through this arm. Again this current is dividing into two parts. The one part, so that is I1 current will flowing to this arm. Same I1 will flowing to this arm. Means direction of tracing and direction of conventional current are same here. Therefore again here the potential difference across this small internal resistance again it is negative, it is minus, this is I1 into R1. Now same current will flow from this arm, so direction of tracing from negative to the positive, so therefore EMF, which is second terminal, that is positive, so that's why it is plus E1, so this is equal to 0. So this is by using the sign convention of second law. So therefore this is the sum of potential difference and EMF, so this is equal to 0. Now let us put the given values. So therefore now this is minus I1, I2, these two terms are unknown, but R is given, that is 2, minus, again here it is I1, and R again here it is 1, plus E value, that is E1, that is 4, this is given. So therefore let us remove this bracket and multiply 2 inside. So therefore this is minus 2 into I1, and this minus plus become minus 2 into I2 minus I1, so minus 1 I1 into 1, that is minus I1, plus 4, which is equal to 0. Now like terms we will add or subtract. Now here two like terms, that is twice I1 and minus twice I1, and this is minus I1, so minus minus become plus, so therefore this is minus 3 I1, and this term is alone, therefore this is minus 2 into I2 and plus 4, which is equal to 0. Now let us shift this 4 to the right hand side. So therefore this is minus 3 I1 minus 2 I2, which is equal to minus 4. Now here, so both the sides are negative sign are there, so we can take negative, or we can divide or multiplying minus 1 both the sides. If you multiply minus 1 both the sides, then left hand sides become, therefore plus 3 I1 plus 2 I2, which is equal to 4. Let us call this is equation number 1. So let us call this is equation number 1. Now, so this is one equation. If you are to find I1 and I2, we want another equation like this. Then we can use substitution method and we can cancel some terms and we will get either I1 or I2. So now let us consider the second loop. So let us consider this loop now, F, G, H, A, K, J, F. So let us consider this inside loop, second loop, and let us again find out the Kirchhoff second law. Let us apply their Kirchhoff second law and find out the equation, and again same equation like this, another equations we will get, and you have to solve that equation. So let us consider second loop now. For this, let us consider the same diagram. Now applying Kirchhoff second law, applying Kirchhoff's second law to the loop, that is F, G, H, A, K, J, F. So let us apply Kirchhoff's second law to this loop. Now again same way we have to consider the potential difference is said to be negative when direction of tracing the loop is similar to the conventional current, and if it is positive when direction of tracing current, direction of tracing the loop and conventional current both are opposite. So now in this case, so this is the direction of conventional current and this is the direction of tracing the loop, so both are same. So both are same. So therefore this will be, so I1 and R1, so direction of tracing and direction of convention current both are same, so therefore this is minus I1 R1, and EMF, that is from negative to positive, so that's why it is positive plus E1, and we are tracing from this negative to positive, so that's why EMF E1 is positive. Now same current will flow to this arm. At this arm, this current is dividing into two parts. So here, so it's combining, and here I1 plus I2 current will go, but at this arm the current direction is opposite to the tracing direction on this arm, but at this point, so tracing direction is from this point, so that is from K to J, so therefore it is from positive to negative, so therefore EMF here it is from positive to the negative terminal, so that's why it is negative EMF, which is negative because second terminal is negative. The same current is here, so that is opposite to the direction of tracing, so therefore here it is positive potential difference, which is positive, that is I2 into R2. The same current is here, so when we come back to the F point, so therefore this sum, which is equal to 0, the potential difference and EMF, their sum, which is 0. So this is by Kirchhoff's second law to this loop. So this equation we got. So let us put again known values. So I1 and I2, so those terms are unknown, so therefore this is minus I1, R1 which is equal to 1, E1 which is equal to 4, E1 and E2 which is equal to 1, E2 which is equal to 1, so this is plus 4, plus I2 is unknown, but R2, this is also 1. So let us solve this. Therefore minus I1 into 1, that is minus I1, plus minus minus, this is 4 minus 1, that is 3, plus this is I2. So let us call this is equation number second. So but some terms are there, so therefore this term we will shift to the right hand side. Okay, so then after shifting that term to the right hand side, this become 3 plus I2 which is equal to I1, or we can write I1 which is equal to 3 plus I2. So let us call this equation number 2. Now, so we got equation 1. So equation 1, that is 3I1 plus twice I2 is equal to 4. So we got an equation, so that equation 1. So let us substitute this equation 2 in equation 1. So therefore substituting equation 1 or equation 2 in equation 1. So now after substituting that, so then you will get, let us substitute equation 2 in equation 1, then we get 3 into I1. I1 means it is 3 plus I2 plus 2I2. This is equal to 4. So therefore let us remove the bracket. So 3 into 3, that is 9, plus 3I2 plus 2I2, which is equal to 4. So therefore, so this 9 we will shift to the right hand side. So then this will be 3I2 plus 2I2. So that is equal to 4 minus 9. So therefore 3 plus 2, that is 5 I2, which is equal to minus 5. So therefore I2 is, which is equal to minus 5 divided by 5. So therefore I2 is equal to minus 1. So this is minus 1 ampere. This is I2. So after substituting this I2 in equation second, you will get I1. So therefore I1, so from equation second, that is I1, which is equal to 3 plus I2. So therefore 3 I1, this is 3 minus 1. Therefore this is 2 I1, which is equal to 2 ampere. So therefore I1 and I2, both the values we got. So then you can easily find the current flowing to the external resistance, that is I1 plus I2. Therefore current through external resistance, that is R, which is equal to I1 plus I2. So therefore this is I1, which is equal to 2 ampere minus 1. So therefore this is 2 minus 1, that is 1 ampere. So this will be the answer, student. So therefore the current flowing to the external resistance, that is 1 ampere. So in this way we have to solve this type of question, student. So first we have to apply the Kirchhoff's law. So then equations you will get. So these equations simultaneously you have to solve, and required answers you will get. Similarly, let us solve question number 11. In question number 11, two cells of EMF 1.5 volt and 2 volt having respective internal resistance 1 ohm and 2 ohms are connected in parallel so as to send current in same direction through the external resistance 5 ohm. Find the current through external resistance. Again here there are two EMFs are connected in parallel, means two cells are connected in parallel of internal resistance 1 ohm and 2 ohm is given, and find the current through the external resistance. Again here let us consider a circuit diagram. Again two cells are connected in parallel, the same circuit diagram, but the values are different. So let us solve by using given values. Now here, so given things, that is E1 which is equal to 1.5 volt, and their corresponding R1, that is 1 ohm. Similarly E2, which is equal to 2 volt, corresponding R2, which is 2 ohm, and external resistance, that is capital R, that is 5 ohm. Again this example is similar to the previous one, but the values are different. The given values are different. Again here you have to find the current through the external resistance, means current through the R. Again we have to consider the loops. Let us consider the loop, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So let us consider this down part loop and apply their Kirchhoff's second law. Applying Kirchhoff's second law to the loop, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and A. So this full loop, so this down part loop, we have to apply again Kirchhoff's second law. Again here, after applying Kirchhoff's second law to this loop, the direction of tracing is this and direction of conventional current is again same. So therefore potential difference across this resistance R, that is negative, that is minus I1 plus I2 into R. The same current will flow from this arm and I1 current will flow to the R1. So therefore direction of tracing and direction of conventional current both are same. So therefore this is again minus R1 into I1. So this is the potential difference. Again it is negative because direction of tracing and conventional current both are same. So while we are traveling from negative to positive, the EMF will be positive here. So plus E1, which is equal to 0. So again we come back to this point A. So this is by Kirchhoff's second law. So again the known values, we have to put the values of given values. Let us put the given values, that is minus I1 plus I2, R which is 5 ohm, minus R1, this is 1, I1, we have to find this I1, plus E1, that is minus 1.5. It is 1.5 ohm volt it is. So therefore let us solve this. Let us multiply 5 inside, the minus 5 I1, so minus, again this is minus 5 I2, so minus I1 plus 1.5, which is equal to 0. So I1 terms minus become plus, minus 6 I1, and this minus I2 as it is, plus 1.5, which is equal to 0. So therefore we can shift this term to the right hand side, that is minus I1 minus 5 I2, which is equal to minus 1.5. So then multiplying both the sides by minus 1. So after multiplying both the sides by minus 1, this become 6 I1 plus 5 I2, which is equal to 1.5. So let us call this is equation number 1, or let us, this is a 1.5, we can multiply it by 2, so then it becomes 3. So therefore, or we can keep as it is for simplification. So let us multiply above equation or this equation by 2, both the sides by 2, so then it becomes, this is 12 into I1 plus 10 into I2, which is equal to 3. So multiplying both the sides by 2, after multiplying you will get this another equation. So and this equation we will record as equation number 1. Now similarly we have to apply Kirchhoff's second law to the second loop. So let us consider this is the second loop again, F, G, H, A, K, J and F. So let us apply this Kirchhoff law to this loop. So for this again we have to consider the circuit diagram and apply a Kirchhoff's law to the second loop. So therefore applying Kirchhoff's second law to the loop F, G, H, A, K, J and again F. So let us apply Kirchhoff law to this loop. After applying Kirchhoff law to this loop, so again direction of tracing is this and direction of conventional current is again same. Therefore potential difference is negative. It is minus I1 R1. So it travels from this terminal, negative terminals, EMF is from negative terminal to positive terminal. Second terminal is positive, so therefore this is plus E1. So we are travel from this direction, negative, so this is positive to the negative, So therefore EMF is here negative minus E2. So now here direction of tracing is this direction and direction of convection current is opposite. So therefore this is positive. Potential difference is positive current, which is I2 into R2. I2 into R2 and sum of EMF and potential difference. So again we come back to your point. So that EMF and potential difference, their sum which is equal to 0. Now again let us put the given values E1 and E2 and R1. So R1 which is equal to 1, that is minus I1 into 1, E1 which is equal to 1.5, E2 which is equal to 2, and I2. So this I2 we have to find, students. So R2 which is equal to 2 ohm. So this is equal to 0. So after multiplying, this is minus I1 minus 0.5, 1.5 minus 2, that is 0.5. So sign for the greater number, that is minus. So this is plus twice I2, which is equal to 0. So therefore this become minus I1. So this term we will write as it is here, twice I2, and this term we will shift to the right hand side. So minus become plus 0.5. So now again here, so here 0.5 is there. Okay, if you multiply both the sides by 2, so then this 0.5 becomes 1. So this is half. If you multiply by 2, so then it becomes 1. So therefore after multiplying both the sides by 2, so then this term, first term, becomes twice I1, second term, that is 4I2, and this is equal to 1. Now here, therefore, so 4 into I2, so which is equal to 1 plus twice I1. So therefore we can write I2, which is equal to 1 plus twice I1 divided by 4. So this will be the second equation. So this is second equation. Now first equation we got, and this is second equation. Substituting this second equation in equation 1. Okay, so substituting second equation in equation 1, so then we get, so this is second equation, that is 1 plus twice I1 divided by 4. Let us substitute this in first equation. So therefore this we need some space. So therefore substituting equation second in equation 1. So equation 1, that is thrice I1. So this is equation 1, that is thrice I1. Equation 1, that is 12 I1 plus 10 I2, which is equal to 3. This is equation 1. And equation 2, that is I2, which is equal to 1 plus 2 I1 divided by 4. So let us substitute this I2 in equation 1. So therefore equation 1, after substituting that, so therefore this is 12 into I1 plus 10 into I2, that is 1 plus twice I1 divided by 4 is equal to 3. Now let us solve this and find out I1 and I2. So therefore now here, so denominator it is 4. So let us cancel this 4. So if we have to cancel this 4, so then we have to multiply both the sides by 4, multiplying both sides by 4, we get, then 4 into 12, that is 48, into I1 plus this 4 and that 4 you multiplied, so that will get cancelled. Then this is 10 into 1 plus twice I1, which is equal to, so 4 into 3, so that is 4 3s are 12. So now let us remove this bracket. So therefore this is 48 into I1 plus 10 plus 20 into I1, which is equal to 12. So now this become 48 plus I1 plus 20 into I1, then this 10 will shift to the right hand side, so 12 minus 10, so 48 plus 28, 20, that is 68, so that is 68 I1, which is equal to 2. Therefore I1 is equal to 2 divided by 68. So therefore this is 211, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. So therefore I1, which is equal to 1 divided by 34 ampere. So this will be the first part, that is current I1. Similarly current I2 you will get. So let us find out current I2. So current I2 value, so I2, we know that I2 which is equal to, so this is I2 full value, that is I2. So therefore I2 which is equal to, if you put I1 value here, then you will get I2. So therefore I2 from equation 2, so I2 which is equal to 1 plus twice into I1 divided by 4. So this is I2, students. So therefore this is, now let us put the value of I1 here. So 1 plus twice into 1 divided by 34 divided by 4. So then this 2 we will write here. Therefore 1 plus, this is 2 divided by 34 divided by 4. So then this will be 1 plus 211, 2 70s are, that is 34. That is, this is 1 upon 17 divided by 4. So then this term, so 17 plus 1, that is 18, 18 divided by 17, 18 by 17, again divided by 4. Then this will be, so then we can write this like 18 divided by 17 into 4. So now 9, so 2 2s are 4, 2 9s are 18. So therefore this is 9 by 34. So therefore I2 is equal to 9 by 34. And let us find out value of, I1. So this is 9 by 34 ampere. So therefore this is I2 and this is I1. So therefore total current flowing to the external resistance, that is I1 plus I2. Therefore current through external resistance is equal to I1 plus I2. So therefore it is 1 divided by 34 plus 9 divided by 34, which is equal to 9 plus 1, that is 10 divided by 34. In using table of 2, 2 10s are 5 and 2 17s are 34. So this is the current flowing through the external resistance, 5 divided by 17. 5 divided by 17 ampere. So this is the current flowing to the external resistance. So in this way, students, you have to solve this type of numerical example. So now let us move to the next question, that is question number 12. So question number 12, that is a voltmeter has a resistance 30 ohm. What will be its reading? What will be its reading when it is connected across a cell of 2 volt having internal resistance 10 ohm. So in this case, we have to find what is the voltage across voltmeter. Voltage across voltmeter. So first we will write the given things. So given, that is external resistance or resistance. Voltmeter has resistance, that is R, which is equal to 30 ohm. So what will be its reading when it is connected to the battery of EMF 2 volt? So battery of EMF, so E of battery, that is EMF, that is 2 volt, and the internal resistance, which is equal to 10 ohm. Then what will be its reading, or what will be its voltage, or voltage across voltmeter? So that we have to find, students. So voltmeter resistance is given, then battery, so that is connected to the voltmeter, so that is also value is given, that is 2 volt, and its internal resistance is given, and we have to find the voltage across voltmeter. Therefore the voltage across voltmeter is given by voltage across the voltmeter, that is V, which is equal to I into R. So if I is the current, then R is the resistance, so then this will be the value. So now I value, we know that is I, so therefore this is I value, that is I, which is equal to EMF divided by resistance, that is capital R plus small r. So therefore into capital R. So therefore EMF, that is 2 volt, that is R, which is equal to 30 plus small r, this is equal to 10, into capital R, that is 30. So let us solve this. Then V is equal to, this is 2 divided by 30 plus 10, that is 40, into 30. So therefore this is 211, 2 2s are 4, means it is 20. So 30 divided by 20. So 30 divided by 20 is 2 to get cancelled. This is 3 by 2. So this 3 by 2 means it is 1.5 volt. So therefore this is the voltage across the voltmeter. This is the answer, student. Voltage across voltmeter will be, or the reading of voltmeter will be 1.5 volt. Let us solve the next question, that is question number 13. A set of 3 coils having resistance 10 ohm, 12 ohm, 15 ohm are connected in parallel. This combination is connected in series with series combination of 3 coils of same resistance. Calculate the total resistance and the current through the circuit. If a battery of EMF 4.1 volt is used for drawing a current. Now here in this case, there are 3 resistors are connected in parallel. So first resistor, that is R1, R2, R3. Suppose these are the 3 resistors. So they are connected in parallel. So this combination is first given, and this parallel combination is again connected with same resistance when they are connected in series. And then you have to find what is the total resistance. So what is the total resistance or equivalent resistance of the circuit? First you have to find. Then the current through the circuit. Then we have to find current through the circuit. And if the battery of EMF 4.1 volt is used for drawing a current, so then here you have to find what is the current flowing through the battery of EMF 4.1 volt. So let us consider circuit diagram. So three resistors, they are connected in series. Suppose this is R1, R2 and R3. So first three resistors, they are connected in parallel. So these three resistors are connected in parallel. So this is parallel combination R1, R2, R3. The values are 10, 12, 15. 10, 12, 15. So they are connected first in parallel, and this parallel combination is connected in series. So let us call this same resistance, that is 10, 12, 15. Let us call this is R4, R5, R6. So this is the parallel combination and this is the series combination. And what will be the first equivalent resistance, total resistance of this circuit? First you have to find, and then after finding total resistance, then you have to find what is the current through the circuit. So let us first find equivalent resistance of parallel combination. So equivalent resistance of parallel combination we will call as R dash. R dash will be the equivalent resistance of parallel combination. So therefore R dash for parallel combination of resistance, that is 1 upon R dash, which is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. So this is the equivalent resistance of parallel combination. So let us put the values. 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 12 plus 1 upon 15. So now let us find the LCM of this. So this is 10, this is 12, then it is 15. So let us multiply this. So to the 6, then this becomes 60. If you multiply this to the 5, then it becomes 60 again. If you multiply this to the 4, it becomes 60. The LCM is 60 here. So therefore this will be, this is first term we multiply by 6, then this becomes 60, numerator and denominator, and this if you multiply by 5, then it becomes 12, and third term if you multiply by 4, then it becomes 60. So then denominator will be same. So therefore this will be the sum, which is equal to 6 plus 5, 11 plus 4, that is 15. So 15 divided by 60. So therefore 1 upon R dash, which is equal to 15 divided by 60. So 15 1 1, 15 4s are 60. Therefore this is equal to 1 upon 4. So therefore R dash, which is equal to 4 ohm. So this is the equivalent resistance of parallel combination. Okay, so this is the equivalent resistance of parallel only, and there are three resistors, they are connected in series. So this is the one resistance, that is R dash. Series resistance R1, R2, R3. So therefore equivalent resistance, so therefore equivalent, that is R equivalent we can write. So that is R dash plus R4, R5, R6, because they are connected in series, so that's why it is sum. So sum of all 4 resistors. So this is equal to 4 plus R1, that is 10, plus 12 plus 15. So after adding, so you will get 41 ohm. That is R equivalent, which is equal to 41 ohm. So this is equivalent resistance of circuit, of the given circuit. Now next part, we have to find the current through the circuit of battery of EMF 4.1 volt. So we have to find what is the current flowing through this circuit of battery 4.1 volt. So therefore, by using Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So therefore, V means here EMF. So V is equal to IR. So therefore, I, which is equal to V divided by R. So therefore current I, which is equal to EMF divided by R equivalent. So this is equal to EMF, that is 4.1 volt, R equivalent, that is 41. 4.11 and 4.10s are 1 point. So 4.1 tens are 41. So that's why 1 divided by 10, it is 0.1. So therefore, the current through the given circuit, that is 0.1 ampere. So therefore, this is the answer. Similarly, let us solve the question number 14. A potentiometer wire has length 1.5 meter and resistance of 10 ohm. It is connected in series with the cell of EMF 4 volt and internal resistance 5 ohm. Calculate the potential drop per unit or potential drop per centimeter of wire. So here first we will write the given things, the length of potentiometer wire. So given things, length of potentiometer wire, that is 1.5 meter. Then the next thing, that is resistance, and its resistance, that is 10 ohm. Then EMF of battery or cell, that is 4 volt, and internal resistance, that is small r, that is 5 ohm. So these are the given things. So 1.5, so in meter, so we have to convert that into centimeter. So this is 150 centimeter. So all MKS value we have to convert into CGS. Then we will start the potential drop per centimeter, into potential drop per centimeter of a wire. So that we have to find, means potential gradient of a wire. So potential drop means potential gradient, that is K value you have to find. So potential gradient of a wire, so that we have to find. So for this purpose, so let us use the formula, that is, therefore the potential drop or potential gradient of a wire is, that is potential drop per centimeter, potential, therefore potential drop per centimeter or potential gradient that is K is, so K, which is equal to V by L. So potential gradient means potential per unit length. So therefore the potential value here, so V is equal to IR divided by L, but I here E divided by capital R divided by small r. So therefore this equation become, so that is capital R divided by small r divided by small r into this is E divided by r plus small r. So this is the value of K students. So that is R into E divided by L divided by small r plus capital R. So therefore potential gradient K, which is equal to R into E divided by L into capital R plus small r. So which is equal to, let us put the value of all the given things, that is capital R, that is external resistance, that is 10 into electric or EMF, that is 4, length 150 into capital R 10 plus 5. So then this will be 40, 10 4s are 40 divided by 150 into 15. So now this term will be 40 divided by, let us multiply 15 into 50, that is 225, 0. Let us solve this by using log table. So therefore, so this will be anti-log of A minus log of B. So now instead of numerator it is A and this is B. So therefore this we can write anti-log of 40 minus log of 2250. So let us find the characteristics of 40. So characteristics of 40, that is 1, and characteristics of this, there are 4 digits, so this characteristics of 2250, that is 3. So let us find out the logs. Therefore anti-log of first characteristics, that is 1 point, and 40 at 0, that is 6021 by using log table, and characteristics is here 3 point, so 22 at 50, so this will be 3522. So after finding log by using log table, logarithmic table, so you will get this. Just subtract this. After subtraction, so you will get anti-log of 1.6021 minus 3.3522. So let us subtract this. Now this is 2 and this is 1. Now we will take 1 from this. So this is 11 minus 2, that is 9. Now again 1 is there, so then 11 again, 11 2, then 9, and again here 0, so 0 1 we will take. So then this already we take 1, so then 10 is there, so 10 minus, then this is 9 minus 5, that is 4, then 1 already we took there, so that is 10 there, so then this is 5 minus 3, that is 2, and here this is 1 minus 3, so 1 minus 3, that is minus 2, 1 minus 3, that is minus 2, so this is 2 bar. Therefore the subtraction is bar 2.2499. So this is the subtraction. Now anti-log we have to find by using anti-log table. So anti-log we have to find at 2499. Now by using anti-log table, so therefore this is 0.024 at 99. So therefore this is 0.01777, or we can similarly we can write this as 0.0178. So nearly we can write this. So therefore this is voltage per centimeter, this is potential gradient, or potential drop. This is the answer. This is the potential gradient per unit length of the wire. So now the question number 15 to question number 20. So these questions we will solve in next part. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe, like and share the video.